With 6 days left of Christmas, we bought ourselves to drink Teeling Blackpitts Single Malt. It's me and Elfie, the elf on the shelf, over here today. So this is Teeling Single Malt Irish whiskey. Diversify. That's it. So, welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I am Mike.
And he's Elfie over here. And this is 92 proof. It was approximately $69.99.
Not approximately. It was.
It comes in a handy dandy little tube. This was inspired by the old ancient Blackpitts area just behind the Teeling Whiskey Distillery in Dublin City. It's home of the largest barley malting houses in Ireland. They use the peat to dry it, but they triple distill it to try to get some of the medicinal flavors out of it, is the way they described it. It's used, they use both used ex-bourbon and ex-Sauternes white wine casks to store it in.
Thus the light color.
Right. And we're going to try it today.
We're
Now,
going to try it.
Someone else has pre-sampled this one. I have not had it yet. And it doesn't have a nice little lip on the top, and I seem to have missed the glasses
Everything?
somehow. Yeah, somewhere. So we're going to see what happens.
But now that you just said that, if you get past the peat, you almost do have like that white wine smell. It's kind of weird.
Is it subliminal?
I don't know.
You say past the peat. I'm really not getting the peat hard in the front on this at all. You know what I mean? Like it's not really jumping out.
Or I'm getting like a fruitier smell as well. It's not like yesterday when we did the
scotch.
Scotch.
So it's not bringing you anywhere near that. But it's not even bringing you to where some of the Irish, where we've had like say 2 stacks or the white one that or Donegal that brings more of that peated flavor. It really, I'm not. Let me take a sip of it.
You get a hint of it.
Let me take a sip of it, but I'm not. It's not strong on the nose. Let's put it that way.
It's not that heavy.
Oh, it's on the taste.
It's not.
It wasn't strong on the nose. It definitely brings it on the taste.
And it's.
Oh, they would have had to 15 times distill it to get that. You know,
but you don't have that as heavy. I don't think.
It's not. No, you're right. It was more as an after.
And you actually taste.
It's there now.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Oh, it's there now. It's not going away. Like it is.
And
like
you do get the proof out of this, though.
No, I will say that because the last one when we did it, was like an 80 proof. I think was what the other one was. You can taste the 92 proof on this one. The smell is there now. Now that you took the sip, it is definitely
go on the backside.
Yeah, no, it is definitely bringing it.
Backside fire, I may get that wine.
This will actually, this might actually throw me over the. I haven't been able to fight through to get anything else yet. Like I was getting white chocolate or something off the other one, and I think that was subliminal, anyways. But
and I don't remember it having this much of a kick as far as proof. But for an Irish, this is probably. I know we have another one that had the Redbreast Blue here. Is a higher proof, but it didn't drink that.
I was gonna say I don't even think we did an Irish that wasn't an 80 proof, but I forget that one.
And I think Powers is 84 or something, isn't it?
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
It was a long. I don't know. We didn't have it, do we?
No.
Damn Santa.
It may have disappeared. It was very hot summer. There was a lot of evaporation that went on.
Santa's watching you. And so is an elf.
Santa knows. I think he came down and drank it. He's got a red face for a reason. It's not just because he's fat and jolly. I think he comes down and drinks the booze when nobody's looking.
There's no chimney over here.
He squeezes through anything. He's sneaky. He's like a
mouse.
As long as he can get his head through, he's in. You know, if I didn't know I was drinking Irish, I would say Scotch on this one. Because a lot of the a lot of the Irish that we've had that has that little bit of a peat, it's usually like an aftertaste.
The only
this
blessing,
one hits you.
The only blessing would be is the proof kicks in to throw it. I don't know if the Scotches go up. They must. It just.
Yeah,
I'm like you. I walk right by that aisle and go to the bourbon and.
On the 6th day of Christmas. No, it's not bad if you know what you're getting into. If this is where you
read the bottle and it says peated.
Now I understand why. A funny little. We'll go into the story. So Mike's wife picked this one up, thinking because I've heard of Teeling, and Teeling is supposed to be very good Irish whiskey. And he had a friend that was coming over, so they went and bought it, not realizing that it was a single.
We were already drinking, and I was drinking with Kevin, my Irish friend, and he's like, let's do Teeling instead of Jameson. Okay. So she went and got us a Teeling.
Not realizing it was a single malt.
Peated. That says peated. And as soon as Kevin looked at it, he's like, I'm not going to like it.
Yep. It makes a huge dip. That peat really does bring it to a whole. I mean, that's the same thing when you bought the Texas one, and it was a single malt. And
I'll be looking at that from now on.
I was like, no, this is gonna taste like Scotch. He's like, no, and I'd be like, yeah.
And it's the same as the police officer that makes his own, and then that's into that whole Scottish land.
No. Once you
haven't
have
got it on
that
a channel.
smoke,
You've tried it though.
No, right. But once you have,
you shouldn't be making faces. Santa's watching you now.
What do you mean? Am I making faces?
He did.
Good thing I don't zoom in on myself when I do it. But well, no, because it's a horse of a different color. I mean, again, there was a time in it's the Wizard of Oz, man. There's a time when this would have been like right up my alley, but that was because I was drinking such cheap stuff. That little bit of smoke was the flavor. It was just the flavor. I couldn't find anything as cheap in the bourbon land that tasted as good. And then once I found it, I was like, yeah, what am I doing with the smoky stuff? You know what I mean? But there was a time when I really liked the Scotch flavor that went on me, because they would when you get the cheap ones, there's some of the cheap ones.
And again, I have a couple of other friends that I work with, and they're way into the Scotch versus the bourbon. Excuse me, and that's their flavor of choice. So
we gotta find. I gotta find that happy medium where I can try to, because I've watched people review it, and there's a lot of people now that only did bourbon that have done it for so many years. They ventured into the. That's all right. I'm talking to them anyways. They ventured into the Scotch land now because they did so many bourbon. But then they're sitting there going, "Oh, I'm getting white chocolate and bananas and strawberry," and I'm like, I don't know where you get any of that. I tell you what it is. I'm getting medicinal. That's it in this one right now.
So even because my job is to read the boxes and the bottles, and it's that I get it. I get probably a good B plus.
He gets a D minus to a solid D on them usually.
Depends what I'm doing in between.
that's why I gave you a D on there. All right, I'll bump it to a C minus.
I'm at least passing.
D is passing. Not in our house, but D is actually passing. I don't hate this. I really don't. It is an easier drinker than the Scotch that we had. It's not as peaty as that one, but you definitely get the peat. So if you're an anti-peat smoking medicinal, I get where they say it reduced the medicinal because it's not as strong on the nose, but I think it still brings it on the taste.
And even to back, that was a easier drinker, and I think the proof comes out in this one.
It does
over that. So, and if you like that peat with a little more proof, this would be right up your alley.
Good point. It tastes a lot like I would bring it to like the level of peatness that the 9 had.
I was gonna say we're probably in the black category,
right? With a Johnny Walker
18.
black had, but the 18 was a lot more of that peat smoke smell, but and taste. But it definitely brings it. Like when it said it was triple distilled to get some of it, I thought it was gonna really take the smoky out, because I had one recently that was Oh, because we did it, but where it was like a campfire smoking in the background, and that's what I was thinking I was going to get with this one. There's no campfire smoke going on. You're
I didn't want to give you any heads up.
You're still in the peat land.
No, you are definitely in the
Yeah.
peat land.
So, but overall, I don't hate it.
No,
I don't hate it, and quite frankly, I guess one of my issues with a lot of the Irish we've done so far is it's just, there's not a lot of flavor. You can't say that with this one.
No.
It's bringing a flavor, whether you like it
You're
or
paying
not
for
is
it,
another tick. Yeah, no, true. That's the problem.
So,
And again,
we're not going to go on a number thing. It is what it is. And
no, but that's part of the reason why, some of the people had suggested, and we are going to try to expand
so
in 2023.
a lot of them
We're going
are.
to try to expand more towards the other brands, but the problem being is a lot of the Irish and a lot of the Scotch, because they got to come over the pond, are a lot more expensive, and I hate to spend that much more money where, could I have this or could I have a Booker's? I want a Booker's. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
I'm with you.
that's the thing with that. So we are going to try to.
Or sometimes we can get lucky and get a $22 bottle of something that's
Great,
very good,
right.
and we
Well,
get 6 of them.
I mean, let's put it this way: you get the Stag Junior for 42. Absolute. I think that's the steal of the year. But this is 69. Now, would I rather get that? Oh, hell yeah! You know what I mean? Or any other ones, like any of the big names that we've done. Look at Knobs 41, and take that in a heartbeat. Or 44 for the store pick. That's 120 proof. You know what I mean? So that's where we are. We are going to try to diversify to try to satisfy everyone's needs. But on the other hand, Captain Tappy's is tapping me out here. I gotta.
We're not reloading.
What was the game show where you could brought the hook? Then you can bring the
It was
lean
the game
mean
show,
the
wasn't it?
dancing machine where you got the hook would come out and bring them out
Was it
because
the
he'd be
game
up
show,
there.
wasn't
It was the Gong Show.
The Gong Show, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, there you go. Teeling whiskey. Make sure you don't get the peated single malt if you don't want.
We will
the
go
smoke.
back to Teeling.
No, I will try it again.
He
'cause-
did say
yeah.
that it is a very good whiskey if you don't get the peated.
Yeah.
So.
And this one's not a bad one either, though.
No.
You just got to know what you're getting into.
Right.
So, all right. That being said, we're getting closer. The countdown continues. Thanks for watching. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Cheers. Subscribe. Happy holidays.